Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Proven channel. Today we're actually got a few athletes that have traveled into East Nashville CrossFit. Let me do that again. CrossFit East Nashville to train with us. We have James Newbury from Australia. He's been with us for the last 2 weeks training with us and acclimating to the weather. We have Nicole. Nicole's with us. She competed at the MAC, what's that now, 4 weeks ago, and now she's just preparing herself for the last chance qualifier. And we have a Masters athlete training with us for the next 4 days as well. So we have a large range of athletes training with us this week. I'm excited, I know the coaches are. I hope you get to know the characters as well. I don't know why I said characters, I thought we were like superheroes or something, sorry. I hope you get to meet the athletes, understand them. They've got some cool stories, they've come from a diverse background. 2 of them, James and Nicole, are actually preparing for the last chance qualifier, which is happening in 2 days from now. They've just announced the workouts. So we're playing around with the standards, making sure that we're comfortable with some of the new movements they've released with the burpee wall touch. And also we're going to play around with the legless rope climb workout. In fact, right now, Tia's actually with the New York Times. Could have made that up. I know it's on the Nashville Times, but anyway, we've got some visitors in town as well. What we try to do is utilize this next week to make sure that we do a lot of our they do a lot of their obligations with the sponsors, make sure that they get all the content they require, so that the next 3 weeks we can very much dial in on that. And I think that's a big important conversation as well. I'm conscious of the athletes exposing themselves to a lot of external factors that they don't necessarily need to in order to compete well, so I'm just trying to be conscious of that as well.
It'll be maybe 250, I think, before we actually get into this workout. In total, not today. Yeah, probably just do a few sets of 10, maybe 3 or 4 sets of 10 just to get the body moving. And it's a different movement too, so just trying to get in a pattern of, you know, just finding that nice streamlined movement, touch and then turn and touch. So
you think it's a good standard for it?
I think it's cool. Like, it's different, but yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's different because, well, no one's done this, so it's kind of even playing field for everybody. But yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's cool.
So what happens is you got to do 50 one way and 50 the other, but you have to jump up and reach the target, which is 12 inches above both hands extended. What makes it weird is just it's not like a traditional bar touch where it's in front of you or above you. This one you have to reach up and out on the outside of your torso. It just makes it weird because it's just more of a lateral plane or lateral movement rather than just being in this frontal plane. Do I think standards should be changed? I think so. I think it's more of a case-to-case basis, right? I think the sport's evolving. We're learning more on how to make judging more fair or consistent. I think that has to be factored in. I guess on the other side of things, if it's just for the sake of changing it because, well, they don't have a reason for it, which could probably be a thing we've learned in this world, I don't think so, you know. I'm an advocate, or I believe that any change they do is for the better of the sport or for the fairness of the sport. I'm a big believer in that, or I like to believe that. And I guess the bottom line, or at the end of the day, right, we sign up to play their sport or their rules. So, you know, I could have my opinion on anything that they say, but at the end of the day, I signed up, or we all signed up, to do what they said.
I feel like Mike Jordan, give me the rock and I'm scoring. Ayy, came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, ayy, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Ayy, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
I feel that having multiple athletes at a different stage in their season, I wouldn't say tested me, but I have to then prioritize where I need to be, right? And obviously these guys competed this weekend. Is the most important aspect right now where we are. That doesn't mean I neglect them completely. When I mean them, I mean Tia, Brooke, Will, the Masters athlete getting underway over there. I made sure that I briefed them at the start, told them our primary focus for each piece, and allowed them to do them. At the end of the day, these guys are elite athletes. I'm just here to provide guidance if I can, but they know what to do, right? So I don't want to act like I'm trying to take that away from them. They know what to do for the most part. For a large part of the year, they do a lot of their own training. For me, it's just more identifying if we've selected the right percentages and how their body's responding to that. For these guys here, it's very important to be dialed in, making sure that everything is consciously considered, especially if we're talking about strategy for the workout, pacings, actually even small things like floor layout. We just reposition the rope as opposed to where they work currently, just because of the floor layout. So for us, that's a big element which I think myself and the coaches can provide guidance for. But the big key aspect, and we spoke about this earlier, is I just care. For me, I want to simulate or replicate what I found has been so successful for Tia and I, is that element of care for an athlete, where they would literally take their shirt off and give it to the athlete if they ask for it. I think that's a big aspect. If the athlete can lean into the coach, knowing they have the athlete's mind best, you know, if they care generally for the athlete, I feel that that's a big tool. You can't train that or coach that. Sure, we could pick up a textbook and go through all the elements, or we could talk about structure of a programming. But if they don't have that empathy or they don't have that character of care, I can't help them with that in the time frame that we need. So that for me is a key aspect of what I was looking for in coaches.
My name's Nicole. I am from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's about 6 hours south of Nashville. I started CrossFit about 6 years ago. Married my husband. I met him at the CrossFit gym just right out of college, and we decided to move to California, the basically CrossFit haven. Met so many people there that had so many just great influences on me in my CrossFit career, and just, you know, showing me what's possible and what I'm capable of. And it's kind of like when you see people in real life that you look at on the internet, you're like, oh, they're human just like me. And I went to regionals in 2017. That was like a huge surprise as well. I didn't expect it to make it so much that I had to do one of the workouts again because I didn't video it. That was even more like what made the MAC so special, was just trying to, it was literally 4 years to the day the MAC was for my first regional. Historically, I was better online, and then at the MAC, I ended up like PRing all of my times by like minutes. And so it's like super surprised, and I was like, well, maybe I do better in person. But honestly, I couldn't be in a better position to be here doing the last chance qualifier here in Nashville with the crew, because it's like even better than being in an arena full of thousands of people, because the volume of these people is so deep and so big that it just like energizes me.
I just want to take this moment as well to thank you guys, and obviously the guys here that are a part of our team. It's really, for me, it's really surreal to see how far we've come as the brand. You know, to have international athletes here, a team, to have a videography team as well, to have a content team, to have coaches, to have master athletes, to have teen athletes coming in, have people DMing us wanting to be a part of our team, and obviously to have the likes of Tia still supporting what we're trying to do here, or to encourage to what we have here. Like I want to thank everyone here who's been supporting us from the beginning, and I don't mean that in a cheesy way. Like, I am genuinely taken back with where we are, and you know, it was just more so today when I realized, you know, we have Dwight over there coaching the guys right now, and for me it's a big reality check of how awesome we are, and I thank you guys for that.